Hey everyone, Mike Burke here with InsideRealEstatePhotography.com, and in this video I'm going to share a tip with you that will hopefully make your shoot days more organized and more efficient. Alright, so this is going to be a relatively short video, but it's a great tip and I think you'll really appreciate it if you don't know about it already. I recently just discovered this myself a couple months ago, and I'm kicking myself for not having known about it for years because it's such a handy little tip that makes things more efficient for me in my workflow, and anything that makes me more efficient and saves me time, I'm all about it. So I wanted to share it with you guys. I have to give thanks to the guys at the SPIRO podcast, Todd and Craig. They're the ones that enlightened me to this little tip. So if you're not familiar with that podcast, check it out. You can find it on any podcast platform and also YouTube. All right, so this tip that I'm referring to is simply that the camera has functionality to create individual folders for each shoot that you do throughout the day. At least Sony cameras can do this, I know that, but I assume other brands can do it as well. And the beauty of that is that your images are already in individual folders. At the end of the day, you can just pull those folders off the memory card and just rename the folders to the address or whatever, and they're already in there set to go. And you don't just have hundreds or thousands of images on the card that you have to go through and find where the new shoot starts and the other one ends, and then divide them up into individual folders before sending them out for editing or editing them yourself or whatever you're gonna do. So it just saves you that time of having to go through all the images and then divide them up into individual folders. It's already done for you by the end of the day on your memory card. So it's an awesome tip that makes things more efficient again and more organized. So the other awesome thing about this is that you can program this functionality into a custom button on the camera, so you don't have to go digging through the menu to create new folders every time you start a new shoot. You can just simply hit that custom button that you programmed it to. It'll say create new folder. You just confirm yes, and you're off to the races. You just start shooting your new shoot and all those images will go into that folder where the previous shoot will be in the previous folder. So each shoot again will be in their own individual folder at the end of the day. So just an awesome tip for efficiency, saving time, and it's incredible. I'm so glad I found out about this, and again, I'm kicking myself for not knowing this for all these years. Anyway, let's jump into the menu of the camera and I'll show you how to set this up. Before we continue on with this video, I just want to share a quick word about our sponsor, PixelMob. Are you looking for a professional real estate photo editor to help lighten your workload? Are you having a hard time finding a good and reliable editor, or don't even know where to look for one? Or maybe you just personally struggle with editing and can't seem to achieve the professional end result that you've been looking for? If any of this sounds like you should definitely check out PixelMob. PixelMob helps take the guesswork out of finding a reputable editor and connects you with the right people to do the job. PixelMob is an awesome website that links you up with available editors capable of doing just about any sort of real estate photo editing you can imagine, including HDR blending, flambient, virtual staging, object removal, etc. The best part of all is that PixelMob vets all the editors prior to allowing them onto their platform to ensure that they can indeed deliver on what they say they can. I also really like that there's a peer review system where photographers can rate the editors from 1 to 5 stars, giving you further tools and helping you choose the best editor to work with for your particular job. The editor also does not get paid until you are satisfied with your order. If you've ever been in the search for an editor and tried a few out, then you know full well there's been such a sore need for something like PixelMob in our industry, and I really think a lot of us real estate photographers can benefit from this service. It's completely free to sign up, and if you use my link pixelmob.com/IREP, you will receive $5 in credit towards your first order, so there's no reason to at least not give it a try. You'll also find that link down in the description of this video. Alright guys, so first let me just show you what I was just talking about and what we're setting up here. So I've programmed this to my custom button 3 here. So say I'm starting a new shoot right now, and I finished my last shoot, I'm on to the next shoot, and I want to create a new folder. Simply I just press my custom button 3 here, and you'll see create new folder, and you just have to confirm OK. So I'll just hit OK, and it says new folder created. I just hit OK. Now I'm ready to shoot, and all my images will now be in a new folder on my memory card. All right, so just to show you where this is in the menu, if you hit menu, and your menu may be slightly different depending on which model camera you have. If you have a Sony, this is the A7S III. The menus differ slightly, but these are pretty much straightforward. I think these kind of match up on most cameras, but it might look a little different, is what I'm saying. So if you go down to File, which is number 3, here, you'll see down here, create new folder. if I hit that. And this is the same thing that comes up when I hit the custom button. I would just hit OK, new folder created, OK. So the beauty of this is that, you know, instead of having to go in the menu and do that every time, you can literally just hit it in a custom button, like I was showing you, and hit OK and create a new folder pretty much in 1 or 2 seconds. All right, so now if you're not familiar with setting up a custom button, I'll show you how to do that real quick. If you just go in the menu here, back over to the main, you know, categories, I'm going to go down to the yellow one at the end, which is setup. Go down to operation customize, and then over here you'll see custom key dial setup, and for a picture or a video. So we're on photos obviously, so I want to select this first one, and now you'll see these are all your custom buttons here, and you can set them up to be almost whatever you want in the menu. So you can see down here at number 4 is where I have mine set up for create new folder, which I just showed you. I press, which is for custom button number 3, by the way, but it's number 4 on the menu here. It's kind of confusing, but anyway, it shows you all the buttons on your back of your camera, and there's other ones too at the top, the side, you know, whatever. So say I wanted to set it up for this one, which is now currently set up for white balance. If I just click on that, now you can go in the menu and I can go back up to, you know, that first menu and just find it, and under file here and create new folder, and I would just click on that. Now you'll see it's now set to create new folder. So you can set this up for whatever custom button you want, and whatever you assign it to, then you can just press that particular button and create a new folder. And it's as simple as that. All right, so finally I just wanted to show you what this looks like once you get it onto your computer. So I have my memory card here. If I double click on this and go into my image folder here, you'll see now I have 4 folders here. So say theoretically I did 4 shoots today. I have them already divided all up into 4 folders. Instead of them all being in just the one folder, you know, all the images. Previously I would just have them all in one folder. I would, you know, drag just the images over into my real estate shoots folder over here, and then I would have to go through, find out where the divider was, and, you know, divide them up into 4 folders manually. You know, it took some time, and I'm so glad now. I love efficiency things like this. I'm sorry, I just love them. So now all I have to do is just, you know, select all 4 of these folders, drag the 4 folders to my real estate shoots folder. So now they're already here in their individual folders. Then I can just go in here and rename them. 1, 2, 3 main, you know, whoops, Main Street. You know, this one could be, you know, 1, 2, 4 Main Street. I just put the, you know, the addresses on them, etc., etc. You just rename them. Then of course you can go through and, you know, delete any duplicates or mess ups if you have any in there, you know, but, you know, otherwise they're just ready to go now for editing, whether you're sending them out to be edited or you're editing themselves. They're already organized into their own individual folders and ready to go. All right guys, so I hope you found this tip helpful. If you did, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate your support. Also take a look down in the description below. I got links down there to our sponsor PixelMob. If you're looking to outsource your editing to an editor, it's a great resource for that. Also, I got links down there to a sky replacement pack that I created, editing practice packs, a whole lot of great stuff down there, so take a look down there. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon on the next one.